today at the auction, and you couldn't be everywhere at the same time, so we got this at the auction. This is just a nice storage cupboard, nice extra shelf. It's a nice size. I'll definitely make it over. It's that super shiny, so not that fun stuff to make over, but... Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Yvonne and you are on Ginger Chick Rehab. In today's video, going with making over secondhand finds that we love to do here on our channel, we are just doing a simple, I'm going to call it a cabinet, chimney cabinet. It's kind of on the old side and it's very yellow, but I just wanted to show you the quick version of how to update it and give it new life. Maybe a quick version because some of the footage may have gotten lost. So we did have to fill in a crack that you didn't see until you started sanding on the piece to get the super shiny off so that paint would, adhere to it. So just fill that in with some wood filler, and now I'm just getting it sanded smooth. I'm not going to try to take all the paint off. I'm just trying to get it down so that the paint has something to adhere on. Sure, at first glance, when you saw the beginning picture where we brought it home from the auction, it's like, God, just, clean that off, wipe it off. You never really know a piece until you start cleaning it and getting your hands onto it, what stories it could tell. But the inside was very used and abused and needed to be cleaned up. And at one time, somebody had screwed it into a wall, so it had some holes from the inside going out. So we'll get those spackled and filled in also, and now I'm just getting those sanded smooth. So whether the new owners, once we finish it, want to screw it back into the wall, more power to them. But for me, I want to make sure from the inside it looks good and there's no holes. As I'm sanding away in the back, my sander kept getting stuck, so some of the nails that were holding the shelves from the inside were sticking out, so I'm just going to get those tightened back up. I want to be able to assure that my paint is going to take evenly, so I've got some of the original paint, tried to get most of that gloss off, got it down to the natural. I've got where I did some of the wood putty, so I need to even out my porosity. So I'm going in with some shellac, and I'll do 2 coats to make sure that it is thoroughly covered, and this will give you that nice smooth paint job. I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to cover up this plaque. Usually I'd like to remove them to be able to paint underneath it, but those nails are good and on there. I don't want to mark up the wood, and I don't want to hit this little tin plaque that is, I believe it's the maker's mark or the brand. I'm not really sure, but I love little details like this, so I'll take the time to protect it. Now, with this being such a smooth surface and we've got the inside to do, the easiest way for me is to use my Graco 360 True Coat handheld sprayer, and I've just got Kills paint and primer in one in the flat white to cover this up. Now, it's going to take me a couple coats, especially where I've sanded into that natural. You can see that's a dark spot, but this will just give it a nice smooth coating of paint. At least 2 coats of paint with the sprayer and a little touch up with the brush on those little areas in the inside that sprayer just can't get. I'm going to get this paint sealed in with polyacrylic. Hardware was in pretty good shape. It just needed to be cleaned up and got a fresh coat of Rust-Oleum in the flat black, and now Chris is just getting the hardware put back on. Though I love white and I love that little detail, I just thought it needed a little bit more. And so I just did a copy and paste of an image off of Pinterest of these little vent holes. Now, the Funky Junk stencil, she actually has a stencil of the vent holes. And if I would have had that in my stash, which I will be ordering one, so I have it in case I come across a cupboard like this and I want to do a vent hole, it would have been much easier to have a stencil than try to center it on a paper, cut it out, and then center it onto my board. So what I'm going to do here is, after I get it all centered, I'm going to trace my image. That'll leave an imprint, and like if you have copier paper too, that carbon paper, that will leave an image underneath, and then I'll go in and hand paint that black in. Yes, a stencil would have been much easier, but after 2 coats of paint, making sure it was as black as it needed to be, I'm just taking some 220 sandpaper, and now I'm going to make sure that it's nice and smooth and has a little bit of age. Now, we were getting ready to move this into our booth, and we realized that the door didn't stay closed. So, unfortunately, we had to play around. My first attempt of putting a mechanism on didn't work so well, but we did achieve it at the end, having to add a piece of wood, but, you know, it is what it is sometimes. So thank you so much for watching today's furniture makeover. Yes, sometimes that classic white, just keeping it simple. What a nice cabinet to go in any section of your house where you need extra storage, and adding those little vent holes just gave it that little bit more, you know, just a little bit more. And yes, I will be ordering the stencils from Funky Junks so I don't have to try to create my own. It would have been much easier. It was okay, but it would have been much easier. So again, thanks for watching today's video, and as always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you are new and you're checking out this channel for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye!